Orazio was born in 1709 in Modica. His father and grandfather were both governors of the county of Modica, but Orazio didn't follow in their footsteps. Instead, he became a military man, and in August of 1744, Colonel Orazio found himself fighting at the Battle of Velletri, which was a battle in the War of Austrian Succession between Austria and the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies. And in that battle, it is reported that Orazio saved the life of King Charles III. As one account put it, in the Battle of Marchee Arezzo, fighting close to the king during the melee, noticed a deadly and unexpected enemy blow that was about to kill Charles, and rushed with lightning speed to shield him and save his life. Orazio was immediately promoted to brigadier general. It would seem that saving the king's life has its advantages. 4 years later, in 1748, Charles bestowed the title of Marchese on Orazio and his gold key, symbolizing unrestricted access to the royal palace. Orazio served the crown for the rest of his rather long life. He lived to 86, in both military and civil capacities. Here you can see some of the titles he held. I have no idea what most of them mean, but they sure sound important. One of those early assignments was in 1755, when Orazio was appointed general commander of the garrison at Orbetello. Orbetello was not in the kingdom per se, but was actually a protectorate in Tuscany, and was positioned militarily to hold off any possible Austrian aggression. Orazio was married at the time to a Mary Anna Fitzgerald of the Dukes of Leinster, which was the premier dukedom in Ireland at the time. Some in the Arezzo family are convinced she is a direct blood ancestor to John F. Kennedy, but I haven't seen documentation supporting that as of yet. I did find out, however, that JFK is my 20th cousin through another Arezzo lineage. In 1759, the King of Spain, Ferdinand VI, died, and King Charles, his half-brother, succeeded him, leaving the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies to his third son, Ferdinand, who was just 9 years old at the time. Charles, wanting his son to have the influence of a great military man like Orazio, whom Charles had great admiration for, had Orazio and his growing family return to Naples in the opposing Castello Nuovo. In addition to being a man of action, Orazio was also a man of compassion and social responsibility. In 1764, when Naples was suffering a great famine and deadly typhus epidemic, Orazio ordered and oversaw the building of a number of temporary hospitals to serve the citizens without regard to social class, wealth, or religious creed. His hospitals were credited with saving hundreds of lives. Some have speculated that he served as a role model for future generations of Arezzos, imbuing that sense of altruism and social responsibility we so often see. It is no surprise that when Orazio's death was announced with this notice, on the evening of January 30th, 1796, large crowds gathered for several nights at the Castello Nuovo, holding hundreds of candles out of respect for the greatly admired Marchese Orazio Arezzo, 1709 to 1796.